Okay, so it looks like we may have our first little problem here. I'm not a master gardener by any means, but if you look here at the end of this, it's hard to tell. I don't know if you can see it, but we've got a little bit of browning and curling here at the edge. Um, and again, I'm not a master gardener, but a little Google lookup would seem to indicate that the most likely problem here, based on what I've been doing, is a little bit of overwatering. And as you can see, this lumpy, crappy potting soil, which is this is just fill dirt. Let's be honest. The water is draining all the way down to the bottom of the pot. So the bottom of these things were like completely full of water. I literally had to dump the water out of the bottom of these things. Now, something else, I've got this meter here, and I forgot it can check for moisture as well. So you want it to be like in the middle, right there where it says moist. Wet is probably too much. So let's take a look here. And if we go in there, so yeah, we're probably doing too much here. It's not good for the roots. Now this one over here with a little bit lighter soil actually had a similar problem. And as you can see here on this first true leaf, well, if I can get it in the light, there's just a little bit of browning going on right here at the tip of that leaf. It's hard to see, but I've noticed it. And I want to try to stop this. So I stirred up this dirt a little bit. Now we're going to check. Okay, see, this is more in the green now that I've stirred it up, because towards the bottom of the pot, it was in the wet, and we don't want that. So this is better now. I think that's going to be okay. These two, we need to get out of this soil and into more conventional potting mix here. So that is what we're going to do. I'm going to take those out. I'm going to temporarily set them in here one at a time, put the extra dirt in this thing where the Weston was, and get these switched out and hopefully get them on the right track here. All right, this is about 4 days after the transplant. This one's not doing that well. It's kind of limp. The other two, obviously the one in the middle's got a messed up true leaf right there. That's probably, again, because of the overwatering. However, that one seems like it's doing okay now. Matter of fact, I just put the meter in there, and the meter read that the dirt was pretty dry, so I actually gave it some water. Not a whole lot, but you know. So that one's probably going to continue. In the meantime, I have started 6 more seeds in case none of these do very well, and of course these are going to be a couple weeks behind. I'm just going to have to take the L and live with it. Those are my pepper seeds back there in the back. So I've got a fan now circulating air in there. I should probably get a smaller fan, but I don't know, that's just what I got. And plus it's okay. I mean, if these go out, if like say that one goes out, it'll already be sort of wind trained, so it'll withstand the wind a little bit better. So these I've started are just kind of an assortment of seeds that I got from the club meeting. So they'll be all right. They're just going to be, you know, behind. So that's where we are. You know, I make mistakes and got to try to fix them and learn from it. So obviously, just because dirt is dry on the top doesn't mean it's dry below the surface. This looks like very dry dirt. However, my meter right now, it's set to moisture, is on the high end of moist right there. So I'm not going to give that, I'm not going to put any water in there because it's already pretty moist down there below the surface. Okay, so here we are a couple days later. It would seem all of the plants are going to survive. It's just a matter of how well they're going to do. Looks like this one here is making a full recovery. You see that next leaf is coming in nicely. Nice shape. I don't see any yellowing or burning on the edges of it, so that's good. This one, of course, the first true leaf is all messed up, but the second one coming in looks to be normal, just like the other one. This one, the second true leaf, was obviously damaged. This was the one that was furthest along, though, so this one got damaged a little later in the game. However, the next leaf coming in, by all indications, it seems to be coming in normally. So all these are going to be okay. It's just a matter of how well they do as to whether or not we'll be planting them outside. Obviously, we also have the backups over here. They haven't come up yet. Okay, I'm back outside. I've got the rest of the patch tilled up. So in order to spread the fertilizer / soil amendments that I have as evenly as I can over this area, I'm dividing it up into 6 sections, and I'm going to mix one section at a time and spread it. Now, as you can see right down the middle, that's kind of it's sort of a walking board, but not really, because it's only one 2x across there. Actually, that's a 1x, but that's just kind of a divider for the halfway. And then I've got my tape measure taping off this first section here, and then when I'm finished with this, then I'll go over to this side and measure off that section and spread. So I'm doing it in 6 sections so I can get it done evenly. Then once I've got all of the fertilizer spread, I'm going to take the old trusty garden rake here, and I'm going to actually level off all the mounds. Now, some people might not know this, but a lot of people, you'll use a garden rake like this to kind of rake things in or rake things across. If you've got mounds like this from when you till, if you turn it to this side and just do this, it levels the whole thing out. Really easy. Well, I wouldn't say easy. It's a little bit of work, but it'll get the job done. So we're going to put the amendments in there first and then level off the mounds around it. All right, so you guys remember my fertilizers from a couple videos ago, and my new high-tech shed ramp. Yeah. All right, so I've got a digital scale to let me know how much I'm putting in the mix. I've got it written down here, how much goes in each section. Now, for the copper sulfate, there's such a small amount of it needed that I actually can't go by this, because it's a fraction, it's a very small fraction of a pound. So it's actually, I actually went online and used a converter to convert it from pounds to tablespoons. And it turns out I need about half a tablespoon in each section. So that's what we're going to go with. So I've got this nice little digital scale that's going to be able to tell me how much I'm putting in the mix, which is nice. Already, you want to be sure when you're using a scale like this, you're on a nice flat hard surface, because if you're not, it will affect the weight. I tested this with my own weight, and I'm not going to reveal the number because it's embarrassing. It should be lower, but can confirm this is correct. And in fact, with this on here, this is half a pound already, so I'm going to need to zero that out before I start measuring, or just take half a pound off. So I'm going to do this a section at a time. The wind is working against me here, so I don't think I'll be able to set up the camera for a time lapse. All right, so it's really hard to go through my method here without having someone else to hold the camera, so I'm kind of just going to try to explain this. So I mixed all of the amendments into this, well, for each section, not all of it, but per section. The amounts, let me rephrase that. The amounts per section were mixed in here, and I just kind of shoveled it around and got it mixed up, and I've got kind of this light brown mixture now. Kind of just like mixing up concrete mix or whatever. Then I'm going to wheel it over there, spread it with this old coffee container. Happy early Star Wars Day. It is May 3rd. It's been a little while since I did a video for an update here, but I'm just putting all these together in one longer YouTube video anyway, so no big deal. All the stricklers survived the overwatering mistake. They don't look the best, obviously. They're behind in terms of growth. They're also leggy because my grow lights are weak. This one actually just decided to lay down. And, the leaf it looks fine shape-wise, but it's kind of, I would say almost anemic looking because it's probably a nitrogen deficiency. Same thing with that one. This one's also pretty leggy, and of course the cots died completely off. Cots died on this one too. Cots are still alive here, and I think the cot leaf on the other side, I think, is what's holding it up right now. kind of funny. I mean, really all I can do is laugh about it, right? Over here on the backups, we got 1667 Fisk coming up, already showing a true leaf. I think I'm going to put this outside with the others. My thinking is that as soon as I get these in the ground, in the much improved soil that's out in the patch, these are going to really start probably looking better and taking off. That's my theory. So we'll see if it holds. I'll make another video when we put them in the patch and update as we go along. So we'll see you next time.